Hey guys, box making 101 or adjusting existing boxes to fit the items that you need to ship. So in this particular case, I've got this dude in this box, and what I did is I measured how much I needed and cut off. Then what I did with a knife is score along the outside just enough that I can close up the ends just like that. And then I'm going to get some tape and tape that shut. I do it this way to close up the gap. And once I get that done, then I can run tape. These edges, because they're scored, I'll go ahead and put tape on there also. It just reinforces it. And that, as well as the bottom is too. Now this side, for whatever reason, the end of this box has got this kind of situation going on. I don't need that. So I scored the outside of that and fold it in. And then I'll just tape it up so I don't have this weird end going on. Matter of fact, I should probably have done it this way first to close it up. It's weird. Do the same thing to the bottom. Scored it, fold it. Tape up this side. Okay. And I used a whole bunch of bubble wrap in here, and it's the perfect fit for what I need. That I can either fold down or cut off. I'm just going to cut it off. And I'm just using this knife because it works. You can use box cutters or a razor blade. Then I'm going to get a longer piece of tape, so make sure that doesn't come loose. Got to take that off. And don't worry, I'm not going to send the box this way. Okay, so when I'm happy with my taping job, because you don't want to have this be representative of you as a reseller, right? So, next thing to do is get out the brown paper. We'll just wrap this thing like a Christmas present. Either get you a sharp knife and cut the paper this way, or get you some scissors. Let's see if I can do it this way. Scissors is safer. And then I want to wrap this thing up nice. Now if your edges are jagged or whatever, don't worry. Okay. Oops. Secure that to the box so it doesn't move. This, pull it up as tightly as you can to the edge of the box. Fold it along the edge. Like that. And then tape. And then on this side, we'll just wrap it like you would a Christmas present. Put that down there. Get a little piece of tape to fold that in place. Get this, put it up here. Give a nice little fold. Put it up there. Get you some tape. Then lock it into place. Now this side is going to have way too much material, so we're going to have to cut that excess off. Get your trusty scissors, and the top of the box is right here, so I'm going to cut about here. Just try to make it as straight a line as possible going all the way around. Alright, and then we do the same thing to this side. Just fold in the edges, make your little triangle at the end, fold that down. Oops. Take it in place, and get this edge, get your little triangles. Fold it down, and then right about here is where I want to fold this. and then I'm good. Now, I'll do another box here. Sold these, if you saw a previous video, and there's not really a box that this will fit into. And I don't want these tapes to ruin because they're vintage, they're new old stock, and I want to make sure that the buyer gets them in good shape. Now, I've got this piece of cardboard right here. It just came off of furniture, actually, a box for a recliner. And I've been slowly recycling this box, or the cardboard. I could also use this if I wanted to. And actually, this would probably work better. And the difference is, you'll see the thickness of the corrugation. Now this is for furniture. It's a lot thicker. It's double what's normal on normal boxes. So the idea is the same. Whether you use this kind of thick cardboard or a thinner one like this, you're going to need a knife. The bigger or the thicker the box, the stronger the knife you really should have. So I'm going to cut this up to use as the box for those egg tracks. And this was kind of glued together with that little indentation. I'm getting rid of that indentation if I can. Okay, we'll do it like that. Alright. So I want to wrap this. And the thing is, do I have enough to go all the way? And then I'm good. Now, I'll do another box here. Sold these, if you saw a previous video, and there's not really a box that this will fit into. And I don't want these tapes to ruin because they're vintage, they're new old stock, and I want to make sure that the buyer gets them in good shape. Now, I've got this piece of cardboard right here. It just came off of furniture, actually, a box for a recliner. And I've been slowly recycling this box, or the cardboard. I could also use this if I wanted to. And actually, this would probably work better. And the difference is, you'll see the thickness of the corrugation. Now this is for furniture. It's a lot thicker. It's double what's normal on normal boxes. So the idea is the same. Whether you use this kind of thick cardboard or a thinner one like this, you're going to need a knife. The bigger or the thicker the box, the stronger the knife you really should have. So I'm going to cut this up to use as the box for those egg tracks. And this was kind of glued together with that little indentation. I'm getting rid of that indentation if I can. Okay, we'll do it like that. Alright. So I want to wrap this. And the thing is, do I have enough to go all the way around? I don't know. I don't know if I do or not. But to make this work, what I do is, let's just cut this off, because it's scrap anyway. You can't just fold cardboard, okay? You could, but a better way to do it is you hold this onto the cardboard and then you score a line. You don't want to cut all the way through. But when you score that, it gives it a crisp edge. And then, so we're actually cutting the outside because as you score it, it's going to fold in. So now I want this side, right? So I have to actually come on to the outside of the box, hold the package in the orientation that it would be inside the box, and then score. And then fold. And sometimes you have to score a little bit more to tear the paper. So now, if I had enough cardboard, I could wrap it all the way around to make this a box. But I don't with this, so I'm going to use that thicker stuff. Now, you'll notice that this cardboard is really only as tall as this tape. So I'm going to cut ends off and put it on the ends there. I'll just show you here. So I'm going to score here so I know where I'm cutting, and then I just cut that off. Now ideally I'd have a box for every item that I sell, but I don't. So I have to resize boxes, and the bigger the box you have, it's more dimensional that you have to take into consideration for postage, for shipping. And that's not always going to be economical. You're going to end up paying more. Alright, so I'm holding the tape from the end of the box and giving it just a little bit of room, about 1/4 of an inch. And then on this side, I'm cutting it about 1/4 of an inch. And I'm trying to do it in as straight a line as possible, okay? Now, I flip this over, aligning the edge of the 8-track to within 1/4 inch of where I scored the cardboard. And then over here, I'm going to score it about 1/4 inch, trying to stay as straight as I can. And then I flip it over again. Do the same thing here. And all we're trying to do is really cut the paper side. And then this is the last cut. Again, within 1/4 inch. Alright, and then make sure the paper's cut all the way through. And this mess I don't really need, so I'll cut that off. But you can see I got my score marks, and I'm going to actually cut this piece off. Now this end here I don't really need, so I'm going to cut it off. And I could probably use scissors, be a little bit more precise than using that knife. Now bear in mind, this will tax your scissors because this is double wall corrugated. Okay, now I got a fold here. Whoops, I didn't go all the way down. So again, you're trying to tear the paper all the way through. So there's one fold. There's 2 folds. And then there's 3 folds. There's the package. And what I do here is when I'm ready to get this thing wrapped, I go ahead and tape up this end, and then I'll cut off some pieces for the ends. Before I do that, I want to straighten this up. And the boxes probably won't be exactly square. You just do the best you can. Alright, what we normally like to do for a hard thing like this, that other thing that I showed you was more soft. So we like to wrap this in this type of paper. And I'm not going to use the whole thing. I just want to wrap it, you know, to give it a good presentation. And I don't want to tape anything directly to the tapes because that's the product. So fold it over, make it as snug as possible. A little tape on it. And, you know, wrap it like a Christmas gift. And try to make these triangles on the end, and you will have a little bit of overlap, and that's okay. Again, fold down a point so you've got a flat edge. And then do this side. I got a little tear there. It's all right. It's only temporary anyway. Until it gets to the buyer, right? And then we put on a little thank you sticker for supporting a small business. Right on top. And then I get this, and then I box it up. Then I need to cap these ends, right? I don't like that edge. All right. So then I measure what I need. And then I cut it and tape it. I mean, it's not really rocket science. Always cut away from you if you're using a knife, and do this at your own risk. See, you can tell it's not square, but it works. And tape is definitely your friend. Now bear in mind the smallest size is 6 inches by 4 inches, and I think by 1/4. So you just have to make sure, and that's going to be at least 6 inches. Yeah, it's 6 1/4 by 5 by 3 3/8. So pretty good. And just like what I did with the other package, wrap it in some brown paper. Now, is that going to be thick enough? Yeah, I don't know. We're all about reusing, but I don't think that's going to be big enough. That's just a little bit. So we'll get out the big roll again and cut off what we need. And that was cut at an angle, so that's not good. Just using eyeball calibration. Ooh, doggy. That just barely made it. I don't have to be that stingy. there we go. So yeah, that does take some time, but you're able to get the box that you need for that specific item that you sold to ship off at the lowest possible rate that you can. So anyway, hope that helped you out. Thanks for watching Tale of Two Thrifters. Until next time, bye.